Hey everybody, it's time for my video. It's time for my late, out of date Disney Channel 2000 Disney Channel 2020's new episode review and react webcam review and reaction. Depending on the quality of the episode intro. Depending on the quality of the episode, it will be either on camera. If it's a really good one, it will be on camera. If it's, my opinion, weak or terrible, it will be off quote unquote camera. This is for 2020's Disney Channel shows. The first is Secrets of Sulphur Springs, which premiered in 2021 and it's about to start its third season. I would have done seasons 1 and 2, but I was mad with the cancellation of my favorite shows, and as such, I didn't really get a chance to really get into this show, which is a darn shame because the show is pretty good. The second is this is the weakest of the 2021 shows, and that's The Villains of Valley View, which premiered last weekend. This is the weakest of the Disney Channel shows, in my opinion. Most of their stuff will be off camera because this is the weakest and worst of the Disney Channel shows, of the new 2020s Disney Channel shows, and I might even say probably one of the worst and weakest of Disney Channel period. Now, then you got the next one, Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, the Lucha Libre wrestling crime fighting television series. This one is much better, and in my opinion, is one of Disney Channel's best new shows. According to Comet, is so far this show and along with Villains of Valley View, they represent the lowest rated views. They represent the lowest rated premieres of any shows, and in my opinion, Disney Channel kind of deserves it. I hope Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion doesn't get grouped with the substitute that is Villains of Valley View, but you cannot shove these shows down people. You cannot cancel the shows we want and then shove these down people's throats. And I think that's one of the reasons why their viewership is so low, despite being premiering around the right time, which is the summer, which is the quote unquote summer. Yeah, and as such, I haven't really got into much of these quote unquote shows, despite how good these shows was, particularly Secrets of Sulphur Springs and the other show, because Disney Channel quote unquote shoved Disney Channel canceled the ones I wanted, Sitting to the Max, Coop and Cammy Astorworld, Gavin Renity and Siddles, and just roll with it in favor of these quote unquote shows. So as such, myself and I guess a lot of people didn't really watch or bother watching. They were invested in another cast. They were invested in the previous 4 shows I mentioned. They were invested in those characters and in those shows, and now you immediately try to you cancel those and try to shove a new generation down our throat, and then just ain't happening. Well, this is the intro. I'm only gonna have one quote unquote song. So with that being said, you don't hear the rest of the music. No. So get ready right now. Let's get it started.
This time
Hey everyone, it's time for another Disney Channel narration review of Disney Channel's newest, my opinion, newest and most exciting and the best show Disney Channel has had in a long time. And that is the superhero comedy show Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion. Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, which this was one of the new shows that premiered. I think it was June of this year. First heard about this show in late 2020 or early 2021. Scarlett Estevez left Bunk season 4, left Bunk season 5, Bunk season 4 after season 4 to star in this show, and I was excited at the fact that they were going to be doing another superhero show, and it was going to be a superhero show based upon lucha libre professional wrestling. But my excitement sort of turned to disappointment when I saw this show and many other shows debuting in 2022, and it made me think, okay, the four shows that were airing at the time: Raven's Home, Sydney to the Max, Gabby Duran, and the Incitables, and just roll with it. One or two of those shows would be canceled to make way for the newer shows. And my fears were worsened in late 2021. Both Sydney to the Max and Gabby Duran, and the Incitables will both be quote unquote canceled. So I was already pissed, fuming mad, and was ready to take it out on this show. I'm glad the cancellation of those shows did not distract me from this show, because the first new show, Villains of Valley View, that one was terrible. There will be a long undisputed rant on that show. But this show right here, Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, this show was the complete opposite of that Villains of Valley View show. Both of these were superhero shows, except Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion is what a superhero show should be. Villains of Valley View is like some crappy sketch comedy show with a horrible laugh track in the background. This right here is a television series, but it's filmed like a super serious television drama, serial, and cinematic movie. This television show right here, Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, is a cross between the Marvel and DC's universe, with a lore similar to the DC franchise, Shazam, and of course the Green Lantern, the quote unquote Green Lantern. Disney Channel's, since this is Disney Channel's fourth show to be centered around a Hispanic family, this is their third and fourth show to be centered around a Hispanic family. I think it's their third when it comes to live action. Their first, of course, was Wizards. So this is also based loosely similar to Wizards of Waverly Place. Its predecessor, Stuck in the Middle, and the most recent Disney Channel show, Gabby Duran and the Incitables, is closest to Gabby Duran and the Incitables and Stuck in the Middle, because there is no laughter in the background. And like Gabby Duran and the Incitables, it's an adventure-based show. Only instead of babysitting aliens, it's about crime-fighting superheroes. I'm a real-life superhero and regularly patrol my neighborhood and city as a costume-themed neighborhood watch vigilante to report bad things to the quote-unquote police. And this superhero show was the perfect show to get me out of my funk. And this show right here makes up for Sydney to the Max, Coop and Cammy Ask the World, Just Roll With It, and Gabby Duran and the Incitables, all quote unquote being canceled. The only thing I hate is that this show looks like it's going to suffer the same fate as those four shows, because this show, like Gabby Duran and the Incitables, is kind of expensive to produce, and so far Disney has yet to announce season two renewal, a season two renewal or confirmation. We'll know by November 11th, which is the final episode of season one to air, and later, or maybe later this year, early next year, we'll know for sure. We'll know for sure if this show is quote unquote canceled. Now, I really sincerely hope Disney Channel continues with this show right here. To see the larger webcam portion where I talk more about the plots, where I talk about the larger webcam reaction and review of episodes 1 through 5, the first part, and the second part, episodes 6 through 10, as part of my late post reaction and review episode review series, which I've been meaning to complete it but never got around to completing. That will be in the description box below. There's, like I said, the show stars Scarlett Estevez as the lead, as the lead character, Violet Rodriguez. Then you got probably my favorite character if I had to choose. I like all the characters except for one who's annoying, and that's Luis Leon, one of the minor antagonists and rival to Violet Rodriguez, Scarlett Estevez's character, and that's J.R. Villarreal as Cruz de la Vega, Black Scorpion, the mentor and uncle of Violet Rodriguez. And Mariona Burrell stars as Nina Rodriguez. Violet's mother. Juan Alfonso stars as Juan Carlos Rodriguez. Is there a lucha libre loving father. Brandon Rosell, Fastlane's Brandon Rosell stars as Santiago Rodriguez. He was on my also main reason for wanting to see this show. He's one of the last Disney Channel stars from the 2017-21 era, and I loved him. I didn't never watch Fastlane, but I loved him in Sydney to the Max. He was in the episode Crush Hour, and happy to see him as a main character here. Was disappointed that he wasn't a superhero though. And Zelia Akron portrays Mila Miller Martinez. She has the role of Harper from Wizards of Waverly Place, where she is the only person who knows. She is one of the only people who knows Ultraviolet's secret, and she has the role of Wesley from Gabby Rain and Siddles, as she helps and assists Violet on her adventure. And Brian Blanco portrays Luis Leon, the blogger, the anonymous blogger and antisocial hall monitor of their junior high school. Lorena Jorge portrays Catalina Rivera, the superhero Cascada, the love interest of Cruz, Black Scorpion, and also rival as a superhero. So far 12 of the so far 12 episodes of the 16 have quote unquote aired. Each one was awesome, with the weakest being Ultra Matchmaker, and in my opinion probably the worst was the mid-season return, Ultra Friend. Ultra Friend and Ultra Flake. The best in my opinion was Lucha Rules episode 10, the mid-season finale, and episode 3, Lucha Royale and the Sleepover Showdown had the best and most action. But all the episodes were great. Each one was better than the last, and even the weakest one was still exciting, especially during the action sequences, with the action sequences being the best part of the show. Once again, the links to the larger webcam post-reaction reviews will be in the description box. below. So yeah, like I said, and this show is also across. This show is also a live action version of the Miraculous, Ladybug, and Cat Noir Disney Channel CGI animated television series, only with a lucha libre, quote unquote lucha libre wrestling theme, wrestling lucha libre Mexican wrestling theme. And it was originally supposed to be Blue Scorpion in the show, but he left, so they replaced him with the much cooler, fictitious Black Scorpion. Black Scorpion. So yeah. So yeah, with that being said, I'm finished. You want to hear the rest of the music? Turn the video off right now.